Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I would like to start this video with thanking everyone who have watched my previous video and left the comments, hit the like and subscribe to my channel. I am immensely grateful for your support and for being open-minded, and a lot of you quite aware of nefarious things that are taking place, absolutely demonic things that are taking place and actually have been taking place for centuries, but many people don't know about it. I would like to continue to some extent on that topic today because I would like to present some other evidence as far as it's even hard to talk about it, as far as eating children and things of that nature. That is not easy topic, trust me, for me to even talk about. And I'm not crazy and I'm not delusional, because this is nothing new for the humanity, unfortunately. And I also would like to present to you a video, probably you've seen it already, from Trump mocking Obama. But there is a story that will unfold, in my opinion, that has many layers to it due to what is taking place, okay, with Obama, Trump, and this situation. It's all connected, in my opinion. And that's why I would like to start this video first and foremost with thanking, before I forget, to few people who have donated on my PayPal account. I really have to say big thank you, guys, because a lot of you don't stay to the end, and I really want to acknowledge you. Your support means a lot to me. Thank you to Alan, Ian, thank you to Gary, and huge thank you to Catherine for your very, very generous, beautiful donation. I will email you personally in the next week or so. And I just want to say I am very, very grateful for all of you guys. So let's go straight to the topic. Let's start with a very short video that is, probably you've seen it. If you haven't, here it is from last year. This was from a tour that Tucker Carlson had, and one of those guests that he had during his tour across America was Roseanne Barr. This will be very fast, quick video I will play for you. And then we go to another video that is clearly an evidence that I will present to you from 1985, I think. So let's play this one first.
You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do. By the time we go in to vote for Trump, that he will open up everybody's eyes and they will stop pretending to be asleep. You know what they say? You can't wake people up that are pretending to be asleep, but I pray to God, please wake up even those who are pretending to be asleep with the irrefutable truth of what the worst people on this planet are really up to. They are really up to that. They're doing it. There are so many victims. There are so many victims. There's so, you know, they eat.
So now I want to show you a video that I came across, the one I just mentioned to you, from I think 1985. Let's take a look at it. Let me find it for you. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I know this is not easy topic, but let me see if this is the one. Yeah, you see the tinfoil hat? Okay, because everything is conspiracy. Somehow, most of those conspiracy theories, by the way, the term created by CIA, when it was created, you remember? After JFK assassination, right? How convenient. Most of those conspiracy theories have been proven to be true. So let's play this video. Let's take a listen, and then we go to the next one.
Just a warning, this video is pretty heavy, so be advised of that. And I just don't know how this could happen in a advanced and healthy society.
So we sent the truck out to pick up the container.
I rolled out there and took the box up and started pulling it up. And it was so heavy, it's just it broke the winch.
And we couldn't get it off the trailer, so we had to leave it on the trailer because it was too heavy. So I was asked by Nick to have a crew go down and unload the container at the other yard.
I got a radio call that from Ron Gillette, the foreman. He said the men were throwing up and there was something really wrong.
One of them fell down and hit me right in front of my feet. And it was opened up, and there it was with a mutilated body. And the more closer I looked at it, it was a human body.
And when I came to work the following day, I saw it myself. I couldn't believe it. And just little bitty babies, just all torn pieces. Their heads chopped off, arms, legs, just. Well, really, it's just, it makes you want to cry when you see something like that.
Starting at the very front of this container, it was just wall clear to the ceiling and clear to the sides, filled with them.
I really don't want to witness it again.
All right, just a warning, this video is pretty.
So I invite you to do your own research and look into things yourself before you start accusing me of, not many of you know what I'm talking about. But let me just read you from this post. This is the 1985 scandal at the Los Angeles shipping port. Shocking, horrifying, may their souls rest in peace. For the record, 17,000 aborted fetuses were found in a shipping container in Los Angeles. It is known as the Los Angeles fatal, I'm sorry if I mispronounce, disposal scandal. Guys, do your own research, okay? I just ask you to do that. However, since we are on the topic of that, I would like to show you a statue. Let's go to this statue for a moment. Here is the statue. Let me show this to you first. This is a 500-year-old statue of a man eating a sack of babies in Bern, Switzerland. And nobody is sure why. So I saw this image and I said to myself, there is a lot of art actually that, there is art that shows this kind of horrific thing. But I really wanted to learn more about this statue. And I came across a video, I found a video. And I'm gonna play this video for you now. It's a video about the history and about why there is a statue like this and what does this really represent. So let's take a look at it. And then I tell you my personal opinion, why they are doing this. And I'm sure many of you know why. So let's take a look. I'm not gonna play the entire video, just part of it.
Bern, Switzerland is a scenic city, dotted with sandstone houses and a distinctly medieval air. It boasts a rose garden, bear park, and the winding river Aar. It is both the capital of Switzerland's government and the gateway to the Swiss Alps. And while Paris may be the city of lights, Bern is the city of fountains. Today, the city has over 100 fountains. In the 1500s, Bern was reaching the peak of its power, expanding to add territories along Lake Geneva and adding much of the French part of Switzerland to the country's territories. Somewhere around 1550, Bern hired artists to create elaborate new fountains to replace some older wooden ones. One of those artists was Hans Ging, who decided to commemorate the occasion with a distinct piece of nightmare fuel. Originally called the Platzbrunnen, which means plaza fountain, Around 1666, people started referring to Ging's grotesque statue as the Kindleifresse Brunnen, literally the fountain of the eater of small children. It kind of sounds like that's what it means too. The reason behind the name change speaks for itself. Additionally, the statue is sometimes called the Ogre, for reasons that also speak for themselves. Ging made at least 3 of the 11 fountains erected in Bern in the 1550s, as well as several public fountains for his hometown of Fribourg, a small Swiss town southwest of Bern. Unfortunately, he left no records about his disturbing creation, and its meaning has now been completely lost to the ages. But the mystery only adds to the draw of the Kindleifresse, which has been luring curious visitors to Bern for centuries. And while we may never know exactly what Ging was going for when he built the thing, there are a few credible theories. For a theory about the child eater's origins to be more upsetting than the statue itself is saying something. But this is the Kindleifresse we're talking about. One particularly disturbing theory suggests that the figure was intended to be a representation of Europe's Jewish population. The biggest clue is the ogre's hat, which bears a resemblance to the hats Jews were required to wear across medieval Europe by Catholic Church law. The Fourth Lateran Council of 1215 declared that Jews had to be visually distinguishable from Christians. To quote them directly, "We order that they, Jews and Saracens of both sexes, in all Christian lands and at all times, shall be publicly differentiated from the rest of the population by the quality of their garment." Why was it so important for Jews to be visibly distinguishable from Christians? So that Christians could avoid accidentally mingling with Jewish people and producing offspring with mixed bloodlines. But it's not just the hat that suggests the ogre could be anti-Semitic. Medieval Christians accused Jews of making their matzah out of Christian blood and using blood in Passover rituals. These accusations were supported by heavily coerced confessions, including claims that Jewish groups were fattening up young children for consumption. A 15th century image of a Jewish woman even showed her in the hand of her own child. The response to these conspiracy theories was often extreme. For example, the city of Wrocław forcibly baptized Jewish children under the age of 7. So the idea that the child-eating ogre might be a representation of a particularly rampant anti-Semitism of the 16th century isn't hard to believe. But that's not the only possible explanation.
I'm not showing you this video to focus on anti-Semitism or Jewish or any of this. I'm showing you this video because I want you to do your own research, okay? Now, there is a little part at the end of it I also want to play out for you, so just one moment.
You'd be
IFM Electronic, close to you.
forgiven for assuming that the Kindleifresse is the strangest statue made in the 1500s. But the Fountain of the Virtues in Nuremberg, Germany, gives old baby swallower a run for its money. The fountain, built in 1589, depicts the 6 virtues: courage, justice, humanity, temperance, wisdom, and transcendence, as classically garbed women surrounded by cherubs. But look more closely and you'll notice that the virtuous women are shooting water through their nipples. Why? I don't know. The point is, art is frequently strange and indecipherable. Something that may have been an obvious piece of commentary in the 16th century loses most of its context over the course of 500 years. In fact, the Kindleifresse may not even be the strangest statue in Bern. Bern is lousy with statues, and some of them are just as bizarre as a man in a jaunty hat desperately eating his way through the town's Little League team. For example, this 18th century statue of an enormous pink ape holding a golden axe. It was installed in the 1700s to represent the city's stonemasons and bricklayers. There's no record of what Bern's stonemasons and bricklayers thought about being compared to an ape, or why the comparison was made to begin with. But we assume they were relieved their statue wasn't a
All right, so before we go to Trump, I want to tell you my opinion on this. I think this has been taking place, I think, as long as humanity exists. In my personal opinion, those who do it are not purely human. They are not human bloodline. That's how I believe. And I know this might sound crazy to many of you, but just think about it. This is actually taking place. Those people who do it we say people, or the creatures who do it, they simply worship evil. This is very, very simple statement to make, because clearly that's what it is, in my opinion. So they worship the Baphomet. Baphomet, this is the Baphomet, this is evil. As you can see, the thorns, two genders in one creature that is really not creative. It can just copy paste what already has been created. And as you just look it up, the art, you have a lot of art with this creature. And I know, guys, this is not easy topic to look at it for me as well to present to you, but it's really all connected. Some of you probably know that Goya has created this image, very famous painting by Goya. And it's clearly right here, isn't it? Now, why I'm saying this to you? Because the things that will be coming out in the following weeks, months, years are not going to be easy for many people to take it. There will be cognitive dissonance, there will be a lot of refusal, because you cannot simply process the horrific crimes that has been taking place. And there are many crimes. I want to now play the video that is from Trump, President Trump, who is mocking Obama, because a lot of people are going to have justice. And it might take some time, but it's very important for us to pay attention to it. This is not just about the elections being rigged in the United States. This is about elections being rigged in many other countries around the world. Because those people, they don't think just about one state. They think about the world as globally. So their dominion, like dominion, right? Dominion machine. Their domination, their power was intended to be worldwide. That's the whole plan, that's the whole agenda. Now you're gonna see this unfolding in the United States. This is a treason. This is, I don't know what's the judgment, what this will be, the military tribunals, what other forms of judgment and justice they will be facing. But this will create a domino effect for many other countries, because not only, like I said, the election was stolen there. Elections, plural, were stolen in the United States. They were stolen in many other countries. So many other governments are just put into that position because those people in power decided they will be there. With that being said, you will see other things coming out to the surface, including human trafficking, where the money went, how the transfers were made, what they paid for, etc. So I think maybe me preparing those videos for you, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, and you've seen it, and you've been following that for a long time, many of you, are important because there is always someone who have not heard about it. So little by little, maybe we, me and you, my audience, are helping those who are just opening their eyes and strengthening their spirit to the truth that will be coming out. So now let me play this video in which Trump is mocking Obama. But you know, Obama is one of those who worships evil. So what else shall I say?
No one, especially the president, is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
Nobody is above the law.
No one is above the law.
Nobody is above the law.
No one 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 is above the law. Oh, son of a bitch.
So it's important because the things that will follow, and some of you don't believe it, but I do, will affect a lot of countries, not just United States. And this will also lead people to a lot of evidence about human trafficking, about what's taking place with the children, what's going on with that. And that's why I think I'm creating those videos for you guys. It's not easy, like I said. Tomorrow or the day after, well, actually I'm traveling, so probably tomorrow and the day after tomorrow I will bring to you more light subjects, political subjects, but different kind of. But for today and the last video, I decided to do it because at the end of the day, isn't it the most important thing? Children, the future for humanity. I think it is. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support, your likes, thumbs up, comments, so much, your subscription. And again, to everyone who feels like you would like to support me in the other way, you can join me on Locals, become my Patreon, or donate on PayPal. Thank you. Lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And also do your own research and make up your own mind. Bye, everyone.